of New Jersey.
Boa tarde. Boa tarde. Ah! Try one more time. Boa tarde. You see, capoeira, it comes from Brazil. And in Brazil, they speak Brazilian Portuguese. And when they see you in the afternoon, they say, Boa tarde. Dude, we're getting there. See, here's the problem. The Afro-Brazilian art of capoeira is not just done by a person or two people. It can be, but it's usually done by a community. And so what we asked for today was a community. And what they gave us was a community. And so we're going to show you some capoeira today. It's the Afro-Brazilian martial art. It was disguised as a dance created on the plantations in Brazil by the Africans that were forced to work as slaves. But in order for us to do that, we need your help. And so this is an audience participation performance. And so the majority of the audience participation that we require is musical. And so some people in the audience have awesome musical ability. And some people believe that they have no musical ability. They really do. And so what we're going to try and do is discover what kind of musical ability that you may have here in the audience today. And so I have 3 things that I need assistance with. That means I need 3 people from the audience to play one of these 3 things. And so the first of the 3 things we call the pandeiro. And so the pandeiro you may have seen before. Some people call it a tambourine, but we call it a pandeiro because it's a pandeiro. And so to play pandeiro, you need to be able to count to 3. So if you are in the audience and you can count to 3, you can play pandeiro because we play 1, 2, 3. Or in our country, dois, três, dois, três, dois, três. Now, if you are like a musical genius, then you play like special. You play dois, três, dois, três, dois, três. So depending on who you are is how you play this. You may notice this looks exactly the same. It is. It's another pandeiro. So I need 2 pandeiro players. This thing over here, the drum, the atabaque, I'm going to need somebody to play this. If you can count to 3, you can play the drum. Because, unless musical genius in the audience. So, I need my 3 volunteers, please. 1, 2. Well, somebody said 3, but they didn't get up. You actually got to get up on 3. Is she volunteer or she just walked in the room? I think she just walked in the room. That doesn't count. 3. Thank you very much. So you got your first. You there? Like you get what you want. All right. First one gets what they want. All right. So yeah, are you right in your left? So you put that in your left hand. You handle it, and so it's thumb, slap, thumb, thumb, slap, thumb. No, you don't hit that with your thumb. You just have it like that. Yeah, and then. Okay. Yeah, see. So then this thing is berimbau. I didn't ask for a berimbau player from the audience because this one takes a really long time to learn how to play. But what we're going to do is they're going to play, you guys need to clap. And so in Brazil, there are songs that we sing for capoeira. They're call and response songs. So I'm going to do a call, you're going to do a response. And so it's not so hard. And so the response to this song is ay, 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 ay. I think you guys can handle ay, 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 ay. Band, you're ready now, right? Ready! I love this band! And so, what I have also today are some friends. And so it's always good to have friends. Because you got friends who can do more stuff. My friends are gonna come and do some capoeira. The band is gonna play. You have to clap, you have to sing. Everybody's got a job to do. They gotta play, you gotta clap and sing, and these other people gotta do this thing called capoeira. So we're gonna show some capoeira when my friends come on out. But my friends aren't coming out until we actually play some music. And so if we don't play music, they're not coming. All right, that's usually how it goes. So we did I. Maybe I can just change the song and see what happens. And so this one goes I did. I did. Not I did. We'll see what. Oh yeah, you got it. bike, was bye. And bon voyage, just have a nice trip. And so this was the part where I was saying bye to my friends. Adios, adios, bon voyage. You know, it's good to have friends, but they hang out too long, eat all your food. Oh man, you didn't have my adventures. So this thing called capoeira, this Afro-Brazilian martial art disguised as a dance, it has roots, it has history, it comes from someplace. See, had these Africans not been taken to Brazil, capoeira would have never been born. It was because of the resistance that they put up, the rebellion against the work, is where capoeira was born. On the plantations in Brazil is the birthplace of capoeira. The mix of the native Brazilian Indians and those Africans caused rebellion. And so the experience of slavery is very different in Brazil than many other countries. They were very successful at rebelling against slavery, and it brought an end to slavery much earlier in Brazil than in other countries because of the capoeira. But in order to show you this, we have to go back and see where it all began. When the slaves were brought and the experiences that they were forced into, which was basically work. They were made to work on plantations. They didn't really enjoy working on plantations, and they had to figure out within the work how they could find a means of rebellion and resistance. Eventually, this dance, martial art of capoeira is born, but it has roots and components to it. And so I do need another audience member. This audience member just needs to be able to yell. So if you are an audience member and you got a good voice on you, like yeah, yeah. So I need one of you. So who can yell? A yeller. Come on up, I need the yeller. Yeller needs to stand up and walk up here. Like, who's got the voice? You can pick a friend who you think has a big mouth. There we go. Well, all right. And so we've got a job for him, and so he's gonna go off stage. He's going to find out what his job is. And so what we want to do is we want to take you back in time. We want to show you where the capoeira does come from. And so while we're doing that, I'm going to have one of my friends come and play the drum for you. If, I got to get one of these guys. They're hard to, make work. Like, yo, drummer! Hey! These guys, good help. It's hard to find. Hey, drummer! What? Yo! Me? Oh! Is that me? Serious. This is what I gotta work with. See what I can do.
It's hard to be the lady, right? work right now. Do not delay another second. You hear me? You're gonna work now. You're gonna work tomorrow. You're gonna work at dawn. You're gonna work at dusk. You're gonna work in the rain and the snow. I don't care. Just get to work and don't you stop. Say get to work. Get to work, I said. Don't just slow down. Get to work. I don't see working. Get to work. This crop's to be harvested. Miles and miles of crop. Get to work. Get to work. Faster. Get to work. Put your backs into it. You bugger. Get to work. I said get to work. Harder. Harder. Do not stop. Don't rest. Get to work. I said get to work. I know it's hot, but you're getting to work. Don't you fall down. Get to work. Keep working. Don't stop. Get to work. I said work. Keep working. You keep working now. Get to work. Get to work. Don't you stop. Get to work. Get to work. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Get to work. Keep working. Keep working. Keep going down. Over. Get to work. Put your back into it. Mother.
So capoeira, right? Has lots of parts to it. It's not just this thing where they play the music and they swing their feet around. It's like a force of work. But they realized the same tools that they were forced to use for work worked really good for rebellion. And they all had them. And there were more of them than there were of the slave masters and the worker watcher people. We were good to go. We were strong. We spent all this time cutting. We're like, hey, we built up a little strength in this arm. And so the dance that we call makulele disguised the training for the rebellion. And so we used the tools that we were given. And so what happened is eventually slavery was abolished. It lost. There were more freed slaves running around than there were people trying to put them away. And even the Brazilian army failed at quelling this rebellion. And so the Brazilian government kind of just gave up. They said, you know what? No more slaves. So anybody who's born from now on is not going to be a slave. And if you were a slave and you're over the age of, say, 1, you're free. And so basically, they let everybody go, kind of like a pass. But now you have all these freed slaves. These no longer slaves, they're just African Brazilian people wandering around. And their massive skill set seemed to be that martial art of capoeira and the makulele. And they were really good at figuring out ways, but nobody really wanted to employ them. And so the main sort of use of capoeira becomes another way to make money. These freed slaves begin taking contracts as bodyguards, sometimes as thugs, and sometimes they're not contracted, they just go and rob people. And unfortunately, the main industry in Brazil is tourism. And so people would come and buy and sell, and with these capoeiristas running around, you never knew what was going to happen. Capoeira could break out at any time, and so the Brazilian government made capoeira illegal. If you were caught practicing capoeira, off to jail you would go. And so, capoeira could be found in secret places, sometimes in very public places, as it could be used. And so, for my next group of volunteers, nobody else gets a machete in the head, I promise. What I need are just some people to come and hang out in the marketplace. Just sort of hanging out in downtown Bahia. All you gotta do really, I swear, is just sort of hang out. I may ask you to play an instrument. I will throw that out there. That might actually happen. So if I can have like 10 people. Like, okay, I'm glad you nominated that guy. You just gotta stand here, man. Be like, really? Yes, man, how hard? So just come stand around. Just come stand around. Volunteers, just come stand around. Stand around. Hang out. You just gotta sort of hang out right here. That's it. Good. You just gotta hang out. You just gotta hang out. Like, we're just hanging out. That's what we do. Right? We're just talking, right? That's what we do. I love it. Yeah, we're just talking, right? That's what we do. We just hang out. Anybody who wants to play an instrument, you can pick up an instrument. I'm not going to get mad. I will not tell you otherwise, because you might pick up a machete, and I've already seen how that works. So, we're just hanging out downtown. People are talking, chatting. Deals are made. People are buying and selling. It's not what's going on. These instruments that you see, they're out. People do stuff with them. This place is called Mercado Modelo. Mercado Modelo is the main place in Salvador, Bahia. It's where deals are made. But sometimes you can find some capoeira. Marketplace, all these people, and two of these guys get into a little bit of a disagreement. Sometimes money is exchanged. Sometimes money isn't exchanged well. Sometimes we have a dispute. Sometimes we need to solve the dispute. And as honor among thieves, as they say, capoeiristas, we have our own way of settling our disputes. There's some money in question. And so the way to solve the question is to see who deserves the money the most. And so, let's see who deserves the money the most. The money, it's fair, it's placed out, it's wrapped up. Whoever gets it, gets it. It's that simple. Now, you gotta remember, these guys are skilled martial artists. They gotta go for it. But to make things fair, they can't use their hands. Can't just pick it up. That's a little too easy. You want the money? Gotta use your teeth. But you use your teeth, your face is gonna go. There is some honor amongst us thieves. Split it. But at the end of the day, we're all capoeiristas. One of the things that we love to do is we love to play capoeira. And so people in the background, your job is to just clap. These guys, they just want to play for just a little bit. So you just got to clap, just give them a little chance to, cool out a little bit, have a good time.